Did Derek Stingley's workout cost the Vikings a chance of getting him at 12? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and as much as I love seeing Derek Stingley rip it up, very well it cost the Vikings a chance of getting him.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are closing in on 7K subscribers. Also, we got 4 new Patreons last night, so hit up the Patreon link because I think there's still a couple slots left in the Patreon mock draft. We're going to have you guys who are Patreon members come on and make the picks for the Vikings as we critique your performances.
Yes, and we'll also critique Lupagus's performances in life as well.
Wow.
But Derek Stingley, all the question marks, is he healthy, whatever. He says he's 100%, and all the signs showed he is absolutely 100%, blazing 4.3740.
Yeah, he had a 38.5-inch vertical, a broad jump of 10 feet 2 inches. His 40 and his vertical would have put him first amongst the quarterbacks who are considered first-round picks. So tested off the charts. Question is now, did he test so well that he's no longer going to be an option for the Vikings at pick 12?
That is a good question. I mean, any way you look at it, I don't think anyone's going to argue that he's not going to be the second corner off the board. I think we're in agreement.
He might even be the first. He could actually be the first.
Well, Lupagus is really drinking in this workout. But like I said yesterday, I guess I'm not really that surprised. I can't see how teams are really that surprised. I mean, he's a freak. Expected a good workout. He wouldn't have worked out if it wasn't going to be that good.
Well, I think the question was his health. Was he 100% healthy? And he definitely answered that in spades with his performance at his pro day. Obviously, the pro day numbers are always a little bit better than you get at the combine. So unless you're Kyle Hamilton, then you actually run a slower 40. But I think that's the big thing that's question. I'm not so much putting this just because his workout was good that I'm shooting him up the chart. I think he was already looked at as a rare breed of player than Sauce Gardner. Like you look at what Walter said about him when you interviewed him. A lot of teams just view this guy as one of these elite, guys who are just naturally gifted. They don't come around very often. So I think he can be that kind of a player. That's why he may go off the board first. But I'm not going to answer this yet, but it definitely doesn't help the Vikings' chances for him being there at 12.
It doesn't help. I mean, there might be some teams that just maybe looking to trade up that just after this, just their appetite is soaking wet. They got to have him. And also after these 2 top corners, there's quite the drop off from cornerback. So I'm more afraid of a team trading up to get him. As far as him falling to 12, I still think that's definitely possible. I mean, you look at the other needs and players that are going to go before it. So I think that's possible. It's to trade up. It scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, prior to this workout, I think I had him at 60-40 falling to 12. Now I think it's reversed. I think it's 40-60. I think the chances of him are probably better to not be there than they are to be there. But I kind of put him now like where we had Rashawn Slater last year's draft, the guy we're hoping makes it to us. We know he's probably not going to happen, but we're still keeping our fingers crossed that the cards fall the right way, that he can make it to us. So that's where I put Stingley now. He is now the guy that we're hoping falls, our number 1 option. So I don't know. I still think there's a better chance he won't be there.
Well, the thing with Stingley is he could be gone in the top 4 picks, and at least we'll be able to get over that quickly. It's if he's there at pick 11, which will be a dick punch.
It will be a dick punch, especially if the Commanders are looking at a quarterback, whether it's a Pickett or even a Corral. They know they can get him down a little bit further. Teams know the Vikings have this glaring hole at cornerback. That is definitely going to be a big red flag, a big, whatever light going off for a team needing a corner, wanting Derek Stingley. That you got to get ahead of the Vikings. And it's just like a beacon in the night shining brightly. We need a corner
in the night. That should be a song.
I think it probably is.
Let's get something clear though. Derek Stingley right now, he's my number 1. I mean, aside from obviously somebody falling, realistic options, he's my number 1. I still put it at 50%. He's there.
Yeah, he's number 1 with the bullet. He is the guy I think probably the majority of Vikings fans want at pick 12 if he's there. I mean, you're assuming Sauce Gardner is gone, or are you saying you want him?
No, I'm assuming Sauce Gardner is definitely gone.
Yeah.
And one other thing that he said yesterday, which I loved, he said he wants to be the best ever. Ever. Love that arrogance. Love that cockiness. He's got a chip on his shoulder. People giving him shit about a bad season. He was injured year before that. COVID. I mean, he didn't even play that many games. Freshman year, banking on it.
It was so damn good.
He's going to be wonderful.
You got Patrick Peterson here in Minnesota. You got his former defensive coordinator here as their D-backs coach. Everything's lining up perfectly for him to come to Minnesota. It's just he might have worked out so damn good. He took himself out of the running.
Might have. Also, anybody want a Onebar Lupagus sticker?
Ooh, I do.
Get your butts on that Patreon page. I'll lick that envelope myself.
Oh my God, I could use one to cover up this guy right there.
That's nothing. All right, let us know comments. Do you think Stingley's going to be there? Do you want him? Did this work out? Just take him off the charts.
All right, and remember this: the average person size about 12 times an hour without even realizing it. Seems high.